Kenya national team Harambee Stars will be facing Russia away in Turkey in a friendly match this coming day. Well, I'm your host Molo Collins. Let's get the conversation going across all social media, and I'll be sure to sample some of your views and thoughts on our coming show next time. Well, it's a match pitting Harambee Stars under the stewardship of Engine Firat against Russia, which is under Stanislav Chechesov, in high profile match all the way in Turkey. And coming into this match, we see that Harambee Stars is ranked a further 103 in the FIFA ranking against Russia, which is ranked 35th in the world. Russia, of course, a very high profile team. Remember that they did host the 2018 FIFA World Cup, and they have been an ever-present fixture in the World Cup competition. Well, before we move on, let's look at each team's last 5 matches coming into this friendly match, and we've seen that Harambee Stars played against Iran. They lost the match 2-1, and the other match that Harambee Stars played was against Pakistan, and Kenya won that match. The other match that Harambee Stars did manage to play was against Mauritius, and Harambee Stars lost that match before winning the other match against Qatar, the match which Harambee Stars won by 2-1, the winner being scored, of course, by Anos Nodi in the second half of that match. And the other match that Kenya played was here in Nairobi, when they went down by a solitary goal against Sudan, which was a setback for Harambee Stars. Let's look also at the last 5 matches that Russia has managed to play, and they played against Iran, and they drew 1-1. They played against Iraq, and Russia won the match by 2-0. They also played against Qatar, and the match ended in a stalemate, that is 1-1. They also played against the African former champions, that is Cameroon, and Russia won that match. Well, let's look at the provisional squad that Engine Firat has just picked to do service for Harambee Stars in this upcoming friendly match, which will also serve as a preparation for the upcoming FIFA World Cup qualifiers. And we see that in between the sticks we have Patrick Matasi, who will be deputized by Brian Bwire, and in the defense we see that Brian Mandela. We have also Johnson Omurwa, Collins Chichenje, Eric Ouma, Marcelo, who plays his trade in Sweden, and we also have Daniel Sakari, Vincent Harper, who is making his debut in the Harambee Stars team. Remember that Harper does ply his trade in the English league, that is with Exeter. Well, let's move to the other player who has made the cut, and that defense that we see that Amos Nondi, the one who scored the Harambee Stars winner against Qatar, also made the nod in this Engine Firat squad. Let's move to the midfield. We see that Richard Odada will be in the midfield, and we also see Anthony Akumu, Kenneth Muguna of Kenya Police, Ayub Timbe, and Ofela Ochieng, who is making a comeback in this Harambee Stars side, and that will be our midfield. And let's move to the forwards. Masood Juma, Alfred Scriven, Clifton Mieso, and of course the captain, skipper, that is Michael Olunga, also managed to make the cut in this Harambee Stars team. Let's look at the foreign contingent in this Harambee Stars, and we see this time round that Engine Firat has managed to call about 8 players who plays their trade in foreign land. That is Michael Olunga, Odada, Akumu, Marcelo Ouma, and of course Mandela. Well, there's been a lot of debate going on in so many social media platforms. That's why, as to why Engine Firat has not managed to call Omala. We see that Omala was last season a joint top scorer with Elvis Rupia, and both of them are missing in this provisional squad for Harambee Stars. And this time round, Omala is currently leading the goal scoring charts in the Kenya Premier League with a total of 6 goals. And on the other side also, Elvis Rupia Machapo, who in fact hails from Nakuru City, has also not made the cut for Harambee Stars this time round. Remember that Rupia currently plays a trade in Tanzania with Singida Fountain. Now let's go and look at the formation that Enjan Ferrat is likely to use in this match. I've observed and I've seen that Enjan Ferrat has been using the formation of 4-5-1 with 4 defenders, 5 midfielders, and 1 attacking player, that is Michael Olunga, at the tip of that attack. And I do hope that this time round that is not going to change a lot, because this Russian side is no pushover, and they have a very, very experienced player who has seen it across all the platforms that there is in the world of football. So I think if Harambee Stars will just have to sit, wait and see if soak all the pressure in and try to hit this Russia national team in counter attacks and also on intervals. Because if Harambee Stars do make the mistake of trying to go head to head or toe to toe with this Russian team in terms of possession, I think they are going to be exposed, because let's face it, we don't have a very, very good midfield that can go toe to toe with the best in the world. And the best in the world in that aspect, I mean that Russia has very good technical players, and also physically they are very physical players, and they also have very speedy players. And the other thing I'd like to mention and point out is I think that this is the good way to go for Kenya national team in these high-stake matches, because I think with this preparation that Harambee Stars is having currently, playing very high-profile matches is going to go a very long way in trying to get Kenya ready for their upcoming qualifiers, because Kenya have been grouped in a very, very dangerous group, and a very difficult one for that matter, because they have the likes of Ivory Coast, the Cote d'Ivoire, and I think it's not going to be a very easy ride for the Kenya national team. And I think that it's a game of football, and Kenya has a very, very good chance of going all the way and winning this match. If they put the right preparation for Harambee Stars, they can have a very good match coming into this game. Well, that has been all for me. I'm your host, Molo Collins. Let's get the conversation going across all social media platforms and may the best team win. But of course, if you see me donning this jersey, it means that I'm solely behind Harambee Stars to have a very good win match, and if possible they can also go all the way and win this match. Well, let's do this again next time when we do meet. I've been your host, Molo Collins, and as for me and the rest of my crew, it's bye bye for now. Let's do this again next time.